Give a few people a minute to get on here. But I am the mouth of the South, the man without a plan, and the master of all disasters. I spit the truth, and that's nothing. That's all. Let some people get on here. So, the current events here in politics in Canada, we're under the state of emergency. I'm at work, by the way. That's why I got this on. I had to go back to work today. I did take a lot of time off, but we're in this state of emergency. Hello from Nova Scotia. Perfect. And the state of emergency gives the government the power to do just about anything they want, right? The military don't want to come in, but why do they need the military when they have the RCMP and the goon squad, right? As you've seen down here in Windsor, Ontario, the elderly and middle-aged people, total peaceful, being arrested for protesting peacefully. And I got a problem with that, right? You're going to see a lot of, hello from Saskatoon. You're going to see a lot of stuff going on. And with every action, there's a reaction, right? Now I'm catching wind that there's going to be a national day of strike, or not a day, but a national strike. Now I'm hearing it from different sources. And it is what it is, right? We've been eating shit sandwiches for a long time from the Trudeau government. And if my kids got to eat lips and arseholes, which is hot dogs, okay, and craft dinner for 3 or 4 days to get rid of the turd, so be it. Right? He thought the bridge problem was something. What's he going to do with the state of emergency? Order everybody back to work? So I'm catching wind of this. I'm going to let everybody know as it keeps going on anyways, and we get closer if there's a date and how everything's going to be organized. I'm not organizing. I'm just the mouth of the South, and my ears are ringing, right? So when I heard that, I really liked it. I'm in the middle of my lunch, by the way. You guys don't mind, do you?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hey, Diane Bayshard, hello. So you're going to want to watch this live video from the beginning. But we have a few fundamentals of the charter is being violated, and one of them is freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and freedom of choice, and also freedom of religion, okay? I have a problem with that. I'm not a religious type of guy. I believe in God, my God anyways, probably the same God as you guys have. I don't go to church. I'm not a devoted church guy. The only time I go to church is for weddings and for funerals, right? I don't believe in confessing to a priest. Besides, I'm born Catholic and I can't stand the priests. I can't stand the Catholic system. Look at the shit that they've been going through, right? And you know, if I could chase a peddling priest, I'm on it. So you guys can see me now. By the way, I figured out how to rotate the phone. I was on lock, and a kid rotation lock, and a kid at work showed me how to do it.
Little mouth of the South.
So it is what it is, right? When I hear a national strike, that means people are going to walk right off the job. Obviously, not everybody's going to walk off the job, but 33% or more. That would get the ears of a lot of politicians out there. I don't know how Trudeau is staying afloat, folks. I don't get it. I've never seen anything like this in my life. He uses a state of emergency, which is also sugar-coated to the war measures, okay? They just changed the wording to make it sound pretty. It's the same shit. And he's still around. And he got the war measures over a peaceful demonstration, protest. I don't get it. Yeah, the state of emergency, I'm going to read some of your stuff. State of emergency for the fringe minority. They're the fringe minority, folks. I don't give a shit what anybody says. IPSU and all these polling stations, okay? I don't care what they say. You don't get 1.2 million people at minus 20 degrees from all over the country in Ottawa, minus 20 degrees. Imagine if it would have been plus 18. Houston, we would have had a problem, right? So, and for him to ignore it the way that he has, I don't get it. I don't get it at all, right? They want everybody in their house with this state of emergency, so he can do just about anything, believe it or not. He can even put in a curfew, and everybody has to be in by a certain time, or else. You know, I've been, what do we say? Down that rabbit hole in handcuffs, looking at sentences for pot, right? And I stated on Facebook Live last night, I was in trouble with pot in 2005, pardon me, 2005 and 2 years ago, right? And they gave me a bail restriction, and it said if I wanted to be released, I had to curfew, I couldn't use medical marijuana. I went, fuck, I'm an advocate for medical marijuana. And a couple other stipulations. I told the cop who gave me the paper, I said, take the paper, lock the fucking cage, okay, and I'll sit here for six months to a year. I really don't give a shit, right? And they just looked at me like, you know, I'm truthful. I'm not gonna have stipulations on my life where you could tell me where I could go, where I can't go. I gotta be in the house. I'm not a little kid, I'm 52 years old, okay? I told them to fuck off. I'll sit here for 6 months to a year. I don't give a shit. 10 minutes later, they came back with proper paperwork from another judge. No stipulations. Yeah, I'm allowed to use my medical marijuana. Just keep the peace. Well, I'm a peaceful guy, so I don't have a problem with that. So I took that paper and I walked out the door, right? But these guys, if I was any younger and I got arrested for this mischief bullshit, I would tell them to fuck off, and I would sit there. You'd be a political prisoner, by the way. And the people would rally around you. That's a fact, Jack. I'd be telling them to fuck off, the judge too, stick your paperwork up your ass and sit there. So like I said, if there's a national strike, which I'm hearing there's gonna be, hunker down. My kids are gonna have to eat lips and arseholes in craft dinner. And when I grew up as a kid, craft dinner with a little bit of hot dogs in there, that was gourmet craft dinner, folks. And if I gotta do that again, that's just the way it is. Right? All that he has to do is end mandates, and all this would have went away. Now it's much bigger than mandates, folks. People want them gone. I don't want to see anybody harmed. Anybody that says, oh, fuck it, I hope Justin Trudeau dies. I don't hope he dies. I don't hope anybody dies, okay, over this period. But when you sick the dogs out on the people, there's repercussions. You know, peaceful people. People that were fucking two blocks from the corner of Huron Church in Tecumseh Road on Tecumseh Road being arrested. People parked in Canadian Tire, where you can walk in Canadian Tire, buy a Canadian flag, put it on your truck, sit in the parking lot, and they're gonna tow you away. Draconian shit, boys and girls. And it's only gonna get worse. The shit that they're saying about the trailer full of weapons they found outside of Cooch, whatever it is, Cooch, at the crossing, right? It wasn't a tractor trailer. It was some hillbilly trailer people live in, motorhomes, and they found the guns in there, right? And yeah, planted, I do believe that. You know what I mean? Because no perfect time than that. Oh, we found a cache of weapons, 11 weapons, and now we're going to come out with this emergency bullshit, the War Act. I don't believe it at all, folks. I don't really. So, yeah, Coots, sorry, guys. I knew that. Yeah, they planted them. Something's fishy. And when you look at the head of the RCMP who was speaking, it sounded like Fargo. She didn't know what the fuck's going on. They're questioning her, right? So I found it pretty funny and convenient, very convenient at the time. What do you know? They get a cache of weapons, and now they got this emergency bullshit fucking locking everybody up. You can't even wave a flag in our country right now because you're considered a terrorist. So I'd like to see how he gets underneath all this shit, right? Never mind me chewing. I'm on my lunch. I'm at work. Glasses. I'm working class like you, like everybody else. I'm not the government. Never would be. I work and I do my shit. And I do it fine. And I get paid very well for what I do. Yeah, the 2,000 missing firearms now. That one's a fucking very convenient. 2,000 missing firearms. But I also read in that article, there was no ammunition. Is there another truck with ammunition? So they use fear, okay, upon the people, as you've seen with the Windsor police and everybody else, the RCMP and that whole joint task force shit, right? It's sad. You know, we're not a country that ever fucking does anything wrong. We're a pretty harmless country, and everybody knows that in the rest of the world, right? I'm all about peace, love, and tranquility. So, just hate Trudeau? Yeah, you could hate him. I don't wish anybody dead, okay? You know, he's done a lot of shit to this country, but when you start beating up on the elderly, okay, I got a problem with that, and so should you, in every country out there. Yeah, the reporters, we'll get to that one in a second. The company builds 22 LR rifles. Oh, where they went missing in Peterborough? I wonder if they were Peterbilt. You guys don't mind me going live like this, do you? So back to the Ottawa. Oh, you do mind, Ron? Fuck you. That charger's working good, buddy. Savage. So back to the Ottawa scenario. So for 2 weeks I was up in Ottawa, and then the shit happened down here in Windsor. I mixed and mingled with hundreds of thousands of people. Okay, shaking hands, hugging people. Hey man, you know, the total strangers from all across this country. And I never got a sniffle. And it was minus 28 one week, minus 18 the next. Windsor, we had rain, freezing rain, snow. It was crazy cold, and not one sniffle, guys. So this pandemic and this awful disease that's going around, and you seen New York City with the unmarked graves and fucking, what a joke. We've all been played. We've all been played, folks. And by the Minister of Transport coming out, that's a weasel there, folks. Okay, he's a weasel. Abu Dhabi, whatever his name is, saying he's going to end the mandatory fucking testing to come back when you're on vacation. You fall really short, really short. And that Christine Freeland, I don't know if you guys noticed, but fucking she's on meth or something, guys. I know a drug addict when I see one. Right? Yeah, the PCR test. No more PCR tests when you're gone, when you come back from out of country. Okay, that Christine Freeland's on the dope. I know drug addicts when I see them. Either she's on Adderall, which is meth, or she's on blow. She's really fidgety. I know you guys notice that shit too. So like I said, if there's a national strike, I'm going to honker down. My family's going to have to eat lips and arseholes, which is hot dogs, and some craft dinner. We like to eat steaks with asparagus and mashed or baked potatoes, but if it takes me to eat lips and arseholes for a week with craft dinner to get rid of fucking the guy feeding the shit sandwiches, so be it. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The link don't work on where? On here, but the MP confirmed. Yeah, Trudeau. Now, I've been against Doug Ford, but when he came out today, if you've seen that video, I don't know, man. I don't know. That one was from the heart. He wants to end all this shit. He wants to get back to normal, like now, like yesterday. So we're going to have to see what he says. He might have won my heart today for the first time.
Even his own family turned on him.
Yep, his family was turning on him, just like, you know, a lot of families out there that are fucking being destroyed by this so-called pandemic, scamdemic. But I wanted to also I think I got over 2,300 subscribers now and over
2000.
800 viewing hours already on these videos, which is not bad for only being a week. For only being a week. So it is what it is. I'm at work just like everybody else. I'm blue collar. But when the shit does come down and there's a national strike over what the prime minister is doing right now, I'm ready to go, guys. I'm ready to walk off the fucking job. If I gotta, like I said, if I gotta eat lips and arseholes for a week, we all gotta eat lips and arseholes for a week to get rid of this guy feeding us shit sandwiches. Let's do it. So you guys subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Share the videos. Get this out. Gasoline, yeah, there you go. $1.89, 80.9 in Vancouver. Jesus. And we don't hear anything about the prices coming down either. Eh?
I remember he
They don't want any of that coming down. They don't want the price of a loaf of bread coming down now. They don't want the fucking housing crisis to come down. You know, I'm a homeowner. Okay, my house realistically is only worth 3 years ago, 100,000. Now it's worth 550. I should be happy. You would think, but I'm not happy. Okay, because other people can't afford houses now. Yeah, I could sell the house. Where am I going to go? Build a log cabin up in North Bay somewhere in the middle of the bush? I could do that. And I could live happy up there, right? But it's the future. The kids we have to worry about. Our kids, grandkids, etc., right? Where are they going to go? How are they going to be able to afford stuff, right? So if we don't put our feet down here and get shit going on in this country, okay, and get rid of these shitty leaders that we call our leaders, okay, that can't lead, what's the future hold for our kids? Be proud, Windsor. You know what? Anybody that says, oh, you lost, and I get a lot of fucking bullshit and hate mail, right? And I just laugh at them. I go, fuck you, you know what I mean? Spineless motherfuckers behind a keyboard, right? I get it. Okay? This was not a loss by any means of what happened in Windsor. Okay? It opened the eyes of everybody in the world. Ottawa was doing it, but the Windsor border, that shit being shut down, that opened the eyes of everybody. You know, they saw we lost $3 billion in trade. You didn't lose fuck all. It sat idle for a week. Okay? Do you mean to tell me all those trucks threw all their shit in the garbage? No, that's a loss. Things got backed up for a week. Nothing was lost. Period. I don't give a shit what they say. They lost face. That's what they lost. Now the $3 billion or whatever they're saying now is what the cost. Well, Mr. Trudeau found $450 billion in a hurry for COVID relief. Right? I'm on my lunch. I'm at work. Never mind me. I don't like eating with my mouth open. But I am the mouth of the South. The mouth of the South. So I had to change that name too. You can live in my what? Barn? Yeah. I gotta make the fonts bigger on this thing so I can read all the stuff. I can live in your barn. I'd love to live in your barn. All I need is a little bit of hay, some lips and arseholes, which is hot dogs. I'd be all right.
You know, I just remembered something, and you'll remember talking about this. Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about $1.60 gas prices here. We're already there.
Yeah, $1.60 for regular. It's $1.80 for premium. But at the end of the day, you're getting fucked. Everybody's getting fucked. And if you keep taking it, you're going to get fucked even more. Yeah, Ford's getting on board now, because elections in 6 months from now. The mayor, Drew Dilkins of Windsor, his election's in 6 months now, and he's gonna have a big problem, I'll tell you. Big problems. So, same thing with Ford. Ford knows, oh, fuck, if you don't get on board. But can you trust him? He did seem genuine today. Like I said, I never liked the guy, and I never liked what he said in the beginning. I did when I voted for him. Pardon me. Okay, I thought he was genuine in the beginning, but he turned into a big fat snake. Okay, and the way that he handled the legalization of fucking marijuana, what a joke. Me run for mayor, the mouth of the South mayor.
Windsor's mayor.
I wouldn't take any money for the job. I'd give it all back to the poor. Yeah, politicians that flip-flop, they all seem to flip-flop. It's sad. Very sad. Off topic, what do you think of about Elon Musk? Well, I'll tell you, Elon Musk, I think lots about Elon Musk. I do. He's a rich guy. He's smart. He's innovative. Okay. He stands with the truckers, but hindsight, he wants trucks that are fucking self-driven. Right? So you make your choice about Elon Musk. I think he's one of the smartest guys in the world, that's for sure. He has the money, follow his money, and I think you'll be all right. Chase his money in the stock exchange, wherever he puts it, just like Warren Buffett. These guys don't lose, and they don't lose for a reason, right? Because the ones that make, the golden rule is the ones that make the gold make the rules. And that's a fact. We know that. Fuck, I've known that my whole life. I just don't make the gold. Let's see, the police behind them. Well, in Ottawa, they got a big problem in Ottawa. When you got the chief of police there fucking resigning or quitting or getting fired, whatever happened, right, with him, you got big problems now. His police officers that were obedient to him, right? Well, they have to fall under the rule of the RCMP and the OPP because they're running the show now in Ottawa. And under the state of emergency, that's what happens. The chief's gone. They'll put a temporary police chief in there. And it is what it is, right? Yeah, the Canadian unions, I grew up on union dollars, folks. My dad worked at Chrysler 33 years. My father-in-law, the same thing. They're both passed. But the unions were different back in their day. They actually fought for the people, right? Not fucking them around. Today, we see them getting fucked. Unions are not the same, not even remotely close to the same that we're seeing now. You see Diaz with his plant closing in General Motors in Oshawa, what happened to those folks, right? When you have the unions fucking standing up against the people, okay, and I get it, nobody wants to see the bridge closed, period, right? But when you got the union standing up and telling the government how to treat the people, but then in the next token, when unions go on strike and they want to stop the border, stand next to them, well, I'll tell you what, 444, you go fuck your forehead next time, okay, you go on strike and you want my fucking support because you're not getting it. I might become an anti-fucking protester. That's what I feel about unions. You know, they protect the ones that don't need they protect the ones that fucking,
Abuse the system.
that they really use it. I've watched guys fucking that should not even had a job in a union shop. The union protect them, but the fucking poor guy that shows up to work every day gets fucking fired over the stupidest shit. And it's like, fucking really? The union couldn't protect the good guy, but they sure did protect the shithead, right? And you see that a lot in these union shops. So I got a few viewers on here, right? 98. A little different from Facebook Live. But you guys are all watching this anyways. But that's my point. And when I find out more about this national fucking strike, I'm taking a few more days off. And I'm honkering down. You guys like this YouTube live better than Facebook? Hey, Mark Funnel, what's going down? So you're going to want to watch this from the beginning. Like I said, it is what it is. This is just the beginning. For every action, there is a reaction, and you're going to see. They don't start fucking getting it better up there. YouTube is better. Okay, I got to stay with YouTube now. I'll do the odd little Facebook lives and get fucking people over here.
Tell them to come over.
Yeah, no Facebook jail. And I can say fuck and fuck you and fuck off and everything else on YouTube, and I don't get fucking hurt, right?
The only thing may be monetized, but that's it. At least your voice gets heard.
Yeah. The voice gets heard. So, yeah, get back to work. I'm on lunch.
Eating KFC.
Look at this. Finger licking good, motherfuckers. Trudeau's days are numbered. In the House of Commons, that is. I don't know how this guy fucking gets around it, boys. He's as greasy as a fucking French fry. Right out of the fucking grease.
He's worse than
You know what, at the end of the day, this guy's gonna, well, the NDP, you gotta fucking blame the NDP. This guy wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the NDP. So let your NDP fucking MPs know how you really feel about this. And if they can't get this guy out of fucking office, well, their days are numbered too. It would be funny to see two parties not even have party status in this country in the next election. Somebody has to call for an election. Somebody has to kick somebody in the nuts. Yeah, I'm still on Hawthorne, buddy. Right down the street from you. Somebody's going to have to take a kick in the nuts, and that's the way it is. He's got Soros in his back pocket. Fuck Soros. Is that guy still alive? Fuck, he's got to be 100 years old. Hey, guys. So share this, subscribe. The more subscriptions, the more watchers, this and that. We're going to get into some crazy shit. I'll get ex-serial bank robbers that are now fucking rehabilitated. Ex-murderers that are rehabilitated. Watch what my show pertains. I'll get the Laramie kid and his brother on the podcast. I'll get Carlito Elliott on the podcast. We'll get that Kyle Propalik on the podcast. We're going to be doing all kinds of crazy shit. And I'll still continue to chase around rapists and pedophiles and fucking lowlives.
and stay in the politics.
And stay in the politics. Oh, yeah, the new COD place coming. Where? My shop? We already have it.
We just got it.
We got it. It's nice, fresh coffee beans, ground, free. Yeah, Trudeau won 185 votes. He's a minority government. And without the votes of the NDP, okay, he would be nobody right now. But the NDP's siding with him, so Jagmeet, his fucking days are numbered too if you don't straighten the fuck up. Save your party, save some face, work for the Canadian people. They could say, we know who the fringe minority is, fucking AM 800. And anybody that calls into that shit show.
I listened to that yesterday.
AM 800's fucking garbage. If you listen to it, you know, they're talk show hosts
It was creepy.
saying that fucking all the protesters should have been hosed down in the freezing rain or in the freezing water and frozen and then unthawed in jail. Like, okay, if that's what you wish upon the people, now I see why the building of AM 800 is locked down like level 5 security.
Yeah, I watched
Because they're fucking afraid to come out and stick their heads out. Castro Jr. needs to be gone. He does. He does. He does. So I'm just going to make this a 1/2 hour lunchtime video. Stay tuned. I'm going to do more shit. You guys will see it as it comes. But like I said, if there's a national strike going on where people are just walking off the jobs, I'm the mouth of the South. You're going to hear it from me. That's a fact, Jack. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Share it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And let's get this shit going. Thanks, guys. AM, PM towing. Fuck them. They can go to bed. Vito's Pizzeria. I ate there once and I got diarrhea. from Vito's Pizzeria. Fucking garbage. People with restaurants, dirty fucking meals. Wait, the hospital's throwing me out today. In Oslo, Norway today. My shoulder's injured. Well, you get better. See you guys. Now how do I get off this fucking shit? That's funny.